Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Hub. I'm Larry, your host for this deep dive into the world of AI, where things are moving so fast it's hard to keep up.
And I'm Amanda, here to help us unpack it all. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of AI-generated podcasts. Buckle up, things are about to get interesting.
Okay, so let's set the stage here. We've got this new tool from 11 Labs called Gen FM, and it's causing quite a stir. You know how AI is already making waves in art and music? Well, get ready, because it's coming for your podcast app next.
Yeah, that's right. What's so fascinating about Gen FM is it takes things a step further than we've seen before. It's not just about text-to-speech anymore. It's about creating a full-blown, multi-speaker podcast experience. From a variety of sources, too.
Right.
You could feed it a YouTube video, a text document, even like a lecture.
Wow.
And it will spit out a podcast ready to go.
It's almost like having a personal podcast producer at your fingertips, you know, ready to turn any content into an audio experience.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine taking your latest blog post and having Gen FM transform it into a lively discussion with multiple voices, complete with different viewpoints and even a little bit of witty banter.
That's exactly what 11 Labs is aiming for. They're not just trying to replicate human speech. They're trying to capture the dynamic back and forth that makes podcasts so engaging. And get this, they've even programmed the AI to add ums, ahs, and even laughter to make it sound more natural.
Really?
I mean, it makes you wonder, does that actually make it sound more human or just a little creepy? What do you think?
It's an interesting approach for sure, and I'm curious to see how it plays out with listeners. But it speaks to this larger trend we're seeing, right? This push to make AI voices indistinguishable from human ones.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're entering this uncanny valley of audio.
Absolutely. And it's not just 11 Labs that's in on this game. Remember back in September when Google launched Notebook LM? It's essentially a similar tool that allows you to have a conversation with an AI based on your notes and documents. It's like having a super smart research assistant who can also hold a conversation.
So now we've got these two tech giants, 11 Labs and Google, both vying for a piece of this AI audio pie. And they're both attracting serious investment too. 11 Labs just secured a massive $11 million funding round.
Wow.
Which they're using to expand into new markets like India. This tells me they're betting big on the future of AI voice technology.
It's clear that this is just the beginning. This competition is only going to accelerate the development of AI audio tools, and it'll be fascinating to see what new capabilities emerge in the coming years.
And speaking of new capabilities, Gen FM already boasts support for a whopping 32 languages, from English and Hindi to Portuguese and Chinese. This means it has the potential to reach a truly global audience. Think about it. Someone in Brazil could create a podcast in Portuguese, and someone in Japan could listen to it in Japanese, all thanks to AI.
That's the power of this technology. It has the potential to break down language barriers and democratize podcast creation, like never before.
It really does feel like we're on the verge of a major shift in how audio content is created and consumed. And it all begs the question, what does this mean for the future of podcasting as we know it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will AI-generated podcasts become the norm? And if so, what role will human creators play in this new landscape?
It's a question that has a lot of podcasters, myself included, scratching their heads. But I think it's important to remember that AI is ultimately a tool. It's up to us as humans to decide how we use it.
Exactly. And I think there's a lot of potential for AI to augment and enhance the work of human creators rather than replacing them altogether.
You know, it's funny you should say that, because I was just reading an article about how some podcasters are already using AI to help with things like editing transcription and even generating show notes. It's like having a virtual assistant who can take care of all those tedious tasks, freeing up human creators to focus on the creative side of things.
And think about the possibilities for personalization. Imagine an AI that could analyze your listening habits and create a custom podcast feed tailored to your specific interests, or even adjust the pacing and tone of a podcast based on your preferences. It's like having a personal podcast DJ who knows exactly what you want to hear.
That's a really cool idea. So instead of just skipping through parts I find less interesting, the AI could actually curate the experience to my taste. It's like having a personal podcast editor.
Exactly. And it could even make podcasts more accessible to people with disabilities. For example, AI could be used to generate captions in real time or translate podcasts into different languages, opening up a whole new world of audio content to people who might not have had access to it before.
Wow, that's huge. It could really break down barriers and allow people from all over the world to connect through audio. It really does seem like this technology has the potential to revolutionize the way we consume and create audio content.
But as with any powerful tool, we need to be mindful of the potential downsides. Think about the potential for misuse. What if someone used AI to create fake news podcasts or to spread misinformation? It's important to be aware of these risks and to think critically about the information we're consuming, regardless of whether it's created by humans or machines.
You're absolutely right. We need to be vigilant and discerning listeners. But at the same time, I think it's important to embrace the potential of this technology to make podcasting more diverse, accessible, and engaging.
I agree. And who knows, maybe this will even inspire a whole new wave of human creativity in podcasting as people find new and innovative ways to collaborate with AI. It's an exciting time to be a part of this evolving world of audio storytelling.
It really is. And, for all of you listening out there, this means you're living in a time of unprecedented change and innovation in the world of audio. It's like the Wild West of podcasting, and anything is possible.
It's mind-blowing to think just a few years ago, this was all science fiction.
Oh.
Now we're talking about AI podcast producers like it's no big deal.
I know, right?
And it's not just podcasts. Think about audiobooks, language learning apps, even virtual assistants. AI voice technology is rapidly changing the way we interact with the world around us.
It really makes you wonder what's next. Will we see AI-powered interactive audio dramas? Personalized news broadcasts? Tailored to your specific interests. The possibilities are endless.
I think it's safe to say we're just at the beginning of this journey. It'll be fascinating to see how these tools evolve and what new creative possibilities emerge.
Exactly. So to wrap things up, it seems AI is becoming a major player in podcasting. 11 Labs Gen FM is just one example of how this technology is changing the game, but it's clear there's a lot more to come.
And it's up to all of us to be thoughtful and critical about how this technology is developed and used. It's a powerful tool with incredible potential, but it's important to remember that the human element remains crucial.
Well said. So for all you listeners out there, keep your ears open. The world of audio content is evolving rapidly, and AI is playing a big part in that evolution. Who knows what the future holds?
Maybe we'll all have personalized AI-curated podcast feeds someday. Or maybe we'll see a whole new genre of AI-powered audio experiences that we can't even imagine yet. It's an exciting time to be a podcast listener.
It sure is. And with that, we've reached the end of another deep dive here at AI Hub. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of AI-generated podcasts. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next exploration into the fascinating world of artificial intelligence.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.